Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, students, our today's topic is conditions for equilibrium. That what are the conditions in which the chemical equilibrium will be affected. So, equilibrium can not be attained in open container. We have already discussed this point in our previous lecture, that for equilibrium to be established, closed container is compulsory. Closed container is required. If the container is not closed, it is open, the gaseous reactant or product may escape through the container, that they may leave the container. So in order to retain all the reactant and products inside the container, we have to close, we have to lock the container, we have to airtight the containers. So when a system reaches equilibrium, it remains in the same state forever. Once the equilibrium is established, the amount of reactant and the amount of product is formed. Once the value will not be changed, it remains in the same condition forever, always and always. If the conditions are disturbed, what conditions? If the conditions are disturbed, the reaction move in forward or reverse direction accordingly. And what are those conditions? Conditions that may affect the equilibrium, and those are the following four conditions that mainly affect the equilibrium of the reaction. That is, first of all, concentration of reactant and product. For example, there is a chemical reaction in which equilibrium is established. Let's suppose there is a flask in which the equilibrium is established and there is some amount of reactant and some amount of product. Now, if we introduce the value of some concentration of reactant into this, if the concentration of reactant is introduced into the equilibrium mixture, the reaction will move in the forward direction, and if we withdraw the concentration of A from the mixture, the reaction will move in the reverse direction. Or similarly, if we add the concentration of product into the system, the reaction will move in the forward reverse direction, and if we withdraw the concentration of product from the reaction mixture, equilibrium mixture, the reaction will move in the forward direction. So by increasing or decreasing the concentration of the reactant or product into the equilibrium mixture, the reaction will move either in forward direction or in reverse direction according to the condition. Temperature of the system. Guys, I have already studied that there are some reactions which are endothermic reaction and there are some reactions which are exothermic reaction. Endothermic are those reactions in which heat energy is absorbed, and exothermic are those reactions in which heat energy is released. So for endothermic reaction, once the equilibrium is established, if we increase the temperature, the reaction will move in forward direction. The reaction will move in the forward direction. And for exothermic reaction, in which heat energy is released, if we increase the temperature, the reaction will move in the reverse direction, because in this reaction already the heat energy is coming out. The reaction is already giving us the heat energy, and for such reaction, if we once further increase the energy, it will not favor the reaction. In fact, it will disturb the reaction, and the reaction will reverse in the direction. Pressure of the system. By increasing or decreasing the pressure, the direction of the reaction can be affected. So this condition can be applicable only in case of gaseous reaction or those reaction in which one or more reactant or product are in the gaseous state. This condition will affect those reactions only, because this gaseous condition, if you increase the pressure, the volume is decreased, and once the volume is decreased, the gas molecule becomes closer to one another. And once the gas molecule becomes closer to one another, there is a chance that they may once again collide and react to convert either into product side or into the reactant side. There are two cases. If there is addition reaction, that is gas A and gas B are enclosed in the reaction to form the product. For such case, if we increase the pressure, the volume is decreased, and once the volume is decreased, A and B becomes closer to one another, and as they becomes closer to one another, there's more chances to convert into product. And there's another case, for example, that is reactant decomposes into C and D, and both are gases. For such reaction, if you increase the pressure, what thing that become closer to one another? Definitely not the reactant, but the product side. The product gas molecule becomes closer to one another. As they are closer, there's chance that they may collide with each other and convert into the reactant side again. So for addition reaction, by increasing the pressure, the direction of the reaction will be in forward direction. For decomposition reaction, by increasing the pressure, the direction of the reaction will be in the reverse direction. The same will be applied to the volume as well. By increasing the volume, for addition reaction, the reaction will be in forward direction, and by decreasing the volume, for reversible reaction, for decomposition reaction, the direction of the reaction will be reverse. There is another case, that is catalyst. What happens to the catalyst when we introduce into the equilibrium mixture? So remember boys, nothing happens. Nothing happens. If you introduce catalyst into the equilibrium mixture, nothing happens. But it just helps in the early establishment of equilibrium. Means without catalyst, let's suppose equilibrium will be established in 30 minutes, but when you introduce some catalyst, the equilibrium will be established in maybe 10 minutes or maybe in 5 minutes. It just helps in the early establishment of the equilibrium. It neither affect the direction in the forward or reverse direction. Thank you boys. Allah Hafiz.